Oh, we
Thank
have
you for
some
joining us.
Cardassians here.
As you
Some
can see, we can't
oh.
even defend our stations from Herc attacks. It's going to take a joint Alliance and Dominion effort to stop them. We are currently at the edge of the Dosi system. Thankfully, the Herc aren't attacking the Dosi homeworld yet. They're starting to evacuate as a precaution, however.
What a Dosi. Yeah, the game seems to need a little bit of time. Server not responding.
The Dosi recently joined the Dominion after many years of independence.
All ships, target
Their
the Herc
aggressive
and fire
fondness
at
for
will.
commerce can be troublesome.
Victory is light!
But they've managed to prove their worth to the Founders. Work on this planet is a joint project with the Karemans and the Dominion.
Sorry, Ono, but the fighting has started, sort of. My allies are looking still healthy.
I can see you're a handy person to have around. And
Obviously,
while
I'm a
I'd like to
Klingon.
put this system far behind us, I believe we should find out what we can about the Herc and their reasons for being here. While we still can, of course. The Herc may decide to send more ships here.
You know, I think I have a Federation character in a Cardassian ship. Obviously, I have a Dominion, like I have a Jem'Hadar character, I think, in a Dominion ship. But you can also get Cardassian ships in this game, if you want to. Actually, side note, yeah, there are a lot of ships in this game. I mean, aside from the free ones you can get and the other stuff. But, yeah, they also have a lot of very pricey bundles, I guess. Mirror Universe bundle. Dyson Science Destroyers, don't I have those? Legendary First Strike, whatever that is. Terran, Romulan, Dominion Camp. Oh, that's definitely not a Dominion ship I think I've seen. New Genesis. Legendary Klingon Defense Force. Oh my, there are a lot of things here. And I got my legacy unlocks, obviously. Where are we going, by the way? We are going towards the planet.
This planet appears to have been abandoned some time ago. No life signs detected. Sensors indicate an extensive network of defunct mines. I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of Ketracel White. How curious. Of what use would this world be to the Herc? It's clearly of no value to the Dominion. Wait. I'm reading more Herc inbound.
They're going for the station.
I mean,
What do they have?
maybe they have some eggs or something down there that I want.
We should scan the station once we're done with this Herc.
Or maybe they just want the station or the planet. Oh, that station seems to be on very low health.
The station is a basic resource transport hub, not exceptionally old. No life signs on sensors. It looks abandoned. I'm picking up trace levels of mineral resources in several storage areas, but there's nothing of note here, unless the Herc are driven solely to consume an assortment of minerals. This is a very interesting place, in that it's completely uninteresting to everyone but the Herc.
Development 4, or is this because I have certain engineering skills, maybe?
I concur. If my analysis of the station's life support systems is correct, this station hasn't been in use for nearly 20 years. From a tactical and economic point of view, this planet and its station are close to worthless, and have been for some time. Quite an enigma we've discovered here. An abandoned station of no worth to the Dominion, and yet Odo brought us here, specifically, over several nearby systems of considerably more value. Why, I wonder?
Maybe we should ask Odo.
Either the Herc are attacking mindlessly, randomly, or there is something compelling about this planet we have yet to realize. In any event, I don't think the answers we're looking for are here.
Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look. Looks like it's a Ferengi signal of uncertain origin coming from the Karema system. I seem to recall Quark mentioning some business with the Karemans recently. This can't be a coincidence. We should look into this. Quark might have bitten off more than he can chew again.
Is that really a good use of our time? The Karemans are very resourceful. They design a considerable number of weapons and defense systems for the Dominion. I'm confident they can deal with the Herc on their own. As for Quark, he's quite capable of getting himself out of trouble. Trouble, I might add, that he had no business getting into in the first place.
But why are we here, Odo? Aren't you the one who led us here?
I must say, Ambassador, I'm shocked. I know Quark's a gambler, but I never realized you were as well. Karema is a part of the Dominion, and an important one at that. Is losing their tactical and technological resources to the Herc wise?
Very well. Since I can see there's no talking you out of this, I'll accompany you to Karema. We're ready to go warp when you are. Let's get this over with.
So why were we here again, Odo? You never mentioned. Other than just shooting some Herc and defending an abandoned station, I guess. I suppose it's gonna be relevant in the future. Oh, there is an actual Dominion fleet here.
Where did all these ships come from?
And here we are, the Karema system. Let's find out what Quark needs, deal with it, and move on.
What's going on
Far
here?
be it for me to question the word of a founder, but that is a very large Dominion fleet I'm reading on sensors. I only mention it because we were led to believe Odo's fleet was the last. I trust there's a reasonable explanation for this miscommunication.
Maybe this is Odo's fleet?
Your presence is not required here. Explain yourself. As are we. Karema is part of the Dominion. We are here to assist them, if they wish it.
If they wish
The
it.
Karemans are proud. If they wish to stand alone and deal with the Herc, we will certainly accommodate them. Should they decide to ask for aid, We will gladly assist them. The point may soon be moot, however. Karimans are known for their potent weapons and defense systems.
I mean, I'm not questioning them, but I'm not seeing those defense systems.
Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to use in a mission to seek and destroy the Herc as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
How unfortunate indeed.
I will take responsibility for their actions in Kareman space. One of our operatives requires immediate extraction.
You're quite persistent, aren't you? Very well. In the spirit of our newfound pact with the Alliance, I will allow you to proceed, albeit at your own risk. Exercise caution, Odo. It would be tragic for you to come so far, only to end it all here over Karima.
Really?
It seems we're not getting the whole story here.
Yeah, it seems weird.
So, business as usual.
Something is
Exactly,
very fishy here.
Captain.
My cat would like to know more. Wait a moment, how are the Jem'Hadar, like the Dominion defensive fleet, is just going to sit there and watch? Because the planet hasn't called for aid and yet they are still here? Like, they're afraid it's being attacked. And this fleet is not moving into help. Well, good thing we are here, I guess. They're saving all the transports. Let's see what our ships. No response. Okay.
My sensors are showing a broad band of interference in the area. It's jamming the standard Kareman hailing frequencies. Might I suggest giving them a new, more secure frequency to use for communications?
Okay. It's sounding fishier by the minute.
Hello? Can you hear me? We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Herc. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
Okay, something is really wrong in the Dominion.
Combat is notoriously chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation.
Hello? Can you hear me? We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Herc. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
Looks like we are
Combat
back where
is
we
notoriously
stopped.
chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. One best pursued after we find...
I wonder. Ah, yes. We should try to find Quark soon. It's quite possible he's the only Ferengi on the planet. A deep-range sensor scan should locate...
Okay, so it should be back, hopefully. Unless my cats have developed psychic powers, at least they are not to blame. So, I'm trying to hail Quark. Let's see, maybe we can finally manage. Fingers crossed.
Finally. I was beginning to wonder if anyone would come.
Let's pet the cat for luck.
Is Garrick with you? Tell him. I found the package, so he better get here fast if he wants it in one piece. Running out of time here. The herd are closing in. Get me out of here now, or Odo's right-wrong whiz will finally come true.
We need to get Quark out quickly before he has an encounter with the Herc of the fatal variety. Let's go down together while Captain Kira and the Ambassador cover our ships in orbit. We'll have to beam down outside of Quark's location. I suggest bringing some pattern enhancers along. We may need them to beam out once we find him.
Sure. We got this, don't worry. Assuming it's clearly the Herc that have sabotaged the internet, right? They don't want this going in there and rescuing Quark.
We're about as close to Quark's last known location as we can get with transporters. I'm afraid we'll have to make the rest of the journey the old-fashioned way. Shall we?
Let's go.
Quark's life sign is near here. Let's try to find a way in.
I guess we are going through this very obvious tunnel here.
How convenient. We've found a hidden path.
How convenient indeed.
Interesting. The metal in the walls here completely scatters my sensors. Ah, more Herc. It seems we're in the right place.
Yeah, everybody acts surprised. What sort of spinning disc is this? It's probably a friendly thing, right? I don't think bugs use spinning discs.
My tricycle shows a Ferengi life sign beyond that rather secure door. Unfortunately, the Karemen security system is beyond me. Given time, I could crack it, but we're running low on that commodity. There are a number of Karemen life signs nearby, however. One of them might be able to help us reach Quark.
Understood. Also, we could just, rescue them because we are nice people. Are we nice people? I should summon my cat, by the way. Can't go on a mission without a cat. That would just be wrong. Is there actually somebody here to rescue? Oh, yes there is.
Thought that was it. I was gonna get eaten by one of those things. Oh, him.
Yeah, it's fine. We're looking for a Ferengi. We just saved you by accident. But if you wanna send us some credits, I guess we would accept.
Perhaps waiting here would be best. The outer world is still a mess.
Yeah, wait to the room that's totally not gonna get overrun by bugs. Oh, there is still one of them. It's a bigger one. So we rescued somebody else.
Am I glad to see you? That'd
Sure,
be Quark,
sure.
then.
Yeah, we are looking for Quark. Let's rescue the third person.
The other Dominion ships just left the system. We're on our own.
What do you mean
The
we are on
door's
our
right
own?
there. I'll stay here while you save everyone.
The other Dominion ships didn't do anything. Actually, weren't they like stopping people from escaping even? I still want to know what's up with the other Dominion fleet. I think this is something that I can mine, right? Sure, we have 4 titanium. I think there was a crafting material. I haven't really looked into crafting since I came back to this game. Well, hello
Thanks
there.
for the timely rescue. I don't suppose you'd be willing to turn a blind eye to all the contraband you've seen down here? It'd save me the trouble of shooting you later.
Really? Shooting me? You do realize that I'm not just an armed Klingon with other Klingons, but I even brought like my genetically engineered dinosaur and a cat.
Kidding. I was kidding. You know, humor. Do they have that on the planet? Anyway, you're clearly not Kremen police, so what brings you down here? Oh, Quark, yeah, I know him. Little guy, big ears, flashy dresser. I hear he owns a moon. And we locked him up in a secure room when the shooting started. Big spender like that should be kept safe. Tell you what, help us out with all these nerks, gurks, and whatever you call them. Help us, and I'll help you. See?
I mean, how are they going to help us? Cheer us on from the bank? I mean, maybe they'll help us with a nice little
all right,
monetary bonus.
Try not to die, okay?
Yeah, that's the help you're providing. How am I getting through this door? Was there like oh.
And here we all are, alive and kicking. Wonderful. We had a deal, and I'm not about to back out on it, especially since you're all so well-armed and cranky. Not the kind of people I want to cross. Yeah, that can't be good. Door's open. You'd better get a move on. Your pal sounds a little stressed.
Indeed. But my cat seems chill, so everything's fine. Yeah, we are coming, Quark. Don't you worry. Oh, are they torturing him or something? Let's cast an orbital strike indoors. That seems like a perfectly reasonable choice. They certainly have a lot of fancy attacks going on, but it didn't save them.
It's good to see you too, Quark. I see your mission was a successful one as well.
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Kremen tech. They found it a few days before I got here. I haven't had a lot of time to analyze it, thanks to the Herc.
I see. Thank you, Quoth. This narrows things down considerably.
It does. Good. That makes it more valuable.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
So, those two guys have been sort of on a secret mission the whole time. What have you guys been up to that you haven't told us?
Well, First Minister, it looks like my distress call was heard. We're saved. Thank you. Looks like your reputation for getting things done is well deserved. And as for you, Garrick, you and I need to have a long discussion. Seems you forgot to mention that Karema was under a Dominion blockade and in the middle of a Herc invasion. Do Cardassians go senile? Oh, don't answer that. I don't want to know. What I do know is you're not paying me enough for this aggravation.
Not the liberators I was expecting, but thank you nonetheless. I'm First Minister Bakelba. Our situation has gone from bad to worse, and we have the Dominion to thank for it.
Was the First Minister in a tunnel down here with contraband?
Those of us on the edge of the Dominion were abandoned when the invasion began. In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Herc attacked us. We held off the invasion for a while, but their numbers are great. When we asked for aid, the Dominion refused. When we tried to evacuate, their fleet opened fire. They mean to punish us for our defiance.
I see. So essentially the Dominion first abandoned them, and then when they were ready to sort of come back, the Dominion then actually blockaded them from fleeing. But weren't they like sort of an important word kind of for the Dominion? So the Dominion did have the resources to defend them, but when they were asking for help inside the Dominion, they didn't have the ships. But once they seceded, they then had the ships to blockade them. Well, I guess the Dominions are dicks. Is what we found out here. Might not have been the most
good luck with the revolution, Minister. You'll need it. You'll be hearing from me soon, Garrick.
I'm looking forward to it.
You won't when you see my bill.
But what is it that Garrick found here?
Now that we're past that unpleasantness, I think it's time we had a chat with Ambassador Odo, particularly about this technological wonder we've acquired.
Yeah, what is it?
I have my suspicions, of course. Suffice it to say, I believe you'll find its purpose of great interest to all concerned parties. My main curiosity lies in what the Ambassador will have to say about it. I propose we get to the bottom of this together.
Very well.
I'll make all of the necessary arrangements and meet you aboard Odo's flagship.
I'm really curious what we found here.
What is this?
Stand down, all of you. To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, Ambassador. We need to speak in person.
What are you up to, Garrick?
That's a very good question. What's this about exactly?
It's in regard to this device we found on Karema. Do you know what it is?
No idea. Some new Kareman military tech, perhaps?
Interesting. But no. The Karemans didn't make this. but it is a Dominion creation.
And its purpose?
I'm sure I have no idea, Ambassador. It does emit a signal, however. It's quite similar to that used by the Herc. Perhaps I should turn it on and show you?
There's no need for that.
I don't like where this is going, Garrick.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on Bajor.
On Bajor? When?
Right after the recent Herc attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
It does. It's from the Kendra province. Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garrick's right. These devices called the Herc, and we put them there.
Explain. Now.
We needed the Alliance's help immediately. There wasn't time for summits or diplomacy. So I found a high-value target.
Thank you for that lovely raid. Good evening.
I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bajor was never at risk.
Welcome, everyone.
You have to understand that.
Thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. And thank you for that lovely raid.
You put my entire planet at risk. People died, Odo.
Nerys!
Save it. I've heard enough.
Please continue, Odo. You were saying?
I did what I needed to do to bring the Alliance into the war. I lied. Risked the lives of millions to save billions more. But there's more to this than a staged Herc attack. The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what. So, for now, I have to play the part.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo. Or should I say, founder?
Yeah, I think you pissed Kira off, Odo.
I understand your position, Odo. The captain, on the other hand...
I know. I have a strong lead, but I'll need your help to move on it.
You know how to reach me. It seems you are a gambler, Odo, and a high-stakes one at that.
You have no idea.
Well, this escalated. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
I need you to understand that Bajor was never at risk. We took precautions. I made sure that my fleet was in position to neutralize the Herc in time.
I mean, I saw Deep Space Nine, it was sort of wrecked. Although, to be fair, it was kind of wrecked from the other aliens. Thank you, Priority One. Much appreciated.
Karema was not my decision. Do you honestly think I'd take part in a plot to bring allies to our side, and then move to wipe out another group of allies? As I said to Garrick, there is more to this than we know. I'm going to find out what and why. I hope you're inclined to join me when the time comes.
I mean, maybe. I'm a Klingon, I like to shoot things.
It is not my place to question the will of the Founders. Your mind, however, is your own. Do with it as you will, but be warned. The Founders do not appreciate betrayal. If the Alliance withdraws from their pact with the Dominion, the consequences could be severe.
That's your comment to this? I see.
I'm surprised to see you here, Weyoun. Aren't you usually at your founder's side, hanging on her every word?
It is a message from said founder that brings me here now. She would remind you of your purpose, to serve the Dominion as a whole.
That's so.
How kind of you to deliver the message in person. Thank you for your service. As for my service, the Ambassador shares his wisdom and guidance with me. Truly, he is a most benevolent god. Why should I not serve him? He is a founder, after all.
Weyoun, you know him. I think we are, Weyoun number 10 right now? They have gone through a few Weyouns at this point.
Serve the Founders, yes, but also serve them well. Do recall the fate of your predecessor. She thought she served the Founders well, quite possibly to the moment her unfortunate life came to its conclusion. As we both know, she was greatly mistaken.
Isn't it over 20 now? I have no idea. I guess like we are some point in the future. They go through a lot of Wayuns, I suppose.
The same could be said for your predecessor as well, dear Wayun. Have you forgotten his sins? I know the Founders haven't.
This is a private conversation. Unless you're here on a matter of the utmost importance, I suggest you find someone else to speak with. Somewhere else.
Yeah, they insult each other whose clone had more fuck-ups.
Quite the revelation, don't you think? It will be interesting to see how the powers that be respond to all this. For now, I think it's best to keep this in the purview of the diplomats. Let's return to our ships. There'll be more time to speak about this matter later.
Indeed. Good Cut is in a SCO as a mirror version. I forgot about it, or maybe I haven't met him yet. There were previous mirror episodes.